president of the National Honor Society here at Zion Benton, and it is lovely to see you all here. This shrine holds value and morals such as the partnership and leadership and motivation and change in our community, and we want to change it for the better. All these documents that are here beside me have the grand history, and this shrine have the grand history that we have made through the generations in the United States. Seeing this shrine during a simple passing period and reading a fact that you see makes you think about the history behind that action. This school has taught me many values such as character, leadership, scholarship, and service, and I know that this shrine will be beneficial to learning these skills. We offer this to the student body, staff, and community as a place to think about the American values when we have been faithful to them, when we haven't, whose voices are reflected here, and whose are left out, and how we can come together and do better in living out the values of liberty and justice for all. We're all grateful to the Zion Area Exchange Club for providing us with the shrine, and also to the school and our community organizations that helped finance this. I'd now like to introduce our Illinois State Representative, Joyce Mason.
It's good to see you all. I'm State Representative Joyce Mason, and I represent the 61st District, which is the northeastern corner of Illinois, roughly Gurnee up to the Wisconsin border, Antioch border to the lake, and all of Zion. And I'm really, really honored that you've asked me to be here today. I appreciate it so much, and special thank you to Giselle and for those really nice words and for making this your project. I've been thinking a lot about what I was going to say today, and I was thinking about growing up as a kid. You know, I'll divulge. I was born in 1969, and my dad was a Korean War veteran. You know, my grandpa would talk about World War II, and you know, my family would talk about Vietnam, and we'd learn about things in school. But I was growing up, I felt really safe, like democracy and freedom were a given. You know, it was a good time, and you know, nothing felt like it was ever at risk. That all felt like ancient history to me. And then, of course, as I got older and our country was involved in other conflicts, other wars, we experienced 9/11, we experienced many other things, January 6th. I've realized that our democracy and our freedom is so incredibly fragile. And it's something that, you know, took me a while to really realize. So I am so grateful to have this Freedom Shrine. And I know that it's not only important for our students to learn about it, it's essential, given everything that we watch that's even happening beyond our nation's borders. We see the fragility of freedom for so many people across our world. So I'm so thankful that students have the opportunity to see this as they're walking through the halls every day, and hopefully to have conversations about it with their teachers and with each other, and to realize that the things that they're looking at here are not all that long ago, and that freedom is something that we can never, ever take for granted. So I'm so grateful to Zion Benton High School, to the National Honor Society, and to all of the generous donors, the Exchange Club, for making this project happen. And I'm especially grateful today and every day to the veterans that are here, who have really helped preserve and protect that freedom that we hold so dear. So thank you all so much. And again, it's really an honor that you asked me to be here today. Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be redundant, but State Representative Mason took all of my words. I told her I'm always appreciative when she has to speak, because she's dropped so many pearls of wisdom on us. And as we celebrate Veterans Day in this new shrine, the Freedom Shrine, we have to realize some of the things that she mentioned this morning, that in our country, we've been spoiled for so many years for taking freedom for granted. In our everyday lives, the freedoms that we have to come, to go, to express our differences of opinions about our communities. But with this shrine and what it embodies the values of the American people that fought for democracy and died for democracy. And those values have been the ones that not only have improved our communities, but as they improve our communities, they improve our country. So it's great that our students, our young students that are becoming leaders now with their efforts are learning these values, being able to discuss them and have them visible every day. Because if you look around you, just read the news, as State Rep Mason said, read the news, go online, and we're so fortunate to be where we are, that we're secure, that we're safe, that we have the resources that we need to live productively, and we do live in the best country in the world. For the veterans, thank you for your sacrifice. Some have made the ultimate sacrifice of giving their lives so that we can have the freedoms to gather like we do today. So on behalf of the City Council, the City of Zion, Lou Molitor with the Exchange Club, thank you for rededicating this shrine, this new shrine that's in our Hall of Heroes here, that it's evidence every day that democracy is live, it's well, and we have to have our future generations that will continue to understand how important it is. So thank you for inviting me here, Chris Kubik, Giselle, President of the National Honor Society. I was a National Honor Society student myself, and just understanding that what you're doing now, the example you're setting for your fellow students and for the rest that are looking, is so crucial and important to learning that democracy in the high schools, learning about democracy is important. Having a voice in your community, in your school, and whatever you do, that's how we make our communities better. So thank you for allowing me here. Thanks to the sponsors for this fine shrine, and Lou and the Molitor and Exchange Club. Thank you so much for your efforts.
Thank you, Mayor. Morning, I'm Dr. Cleric. I am the department head for social science and world history. And I have been charged with explaining an additional dedication of this shrine. So first, thank you to everyone for coming. Thank you, veterans, for your service. We truly appreciate it, and we hope this honors you as well. A few weeks ago, our ZB community lost one of its biggest influences. And while many of you may not know Mr. Bruce Hansen, you are being impacted by him right now. This hall around you is part of his work, part of his legacy in our building. Our original shrine that stood here was very much part of his work. Many of us remember Mr. Hansen and his shenanigans with bananas and bagels, but those who were out in the community knew him differently. Mr. Hansen believed strongly in community and community service, so he encouraged our students to collect change to do a turkey drive. He encouraged our students to go out and become election judges. He encouraged our students to do anything they could to be involved in the community. He's also known for taking hundreds of kids on the pilgrimage to Washington, D.C. to experience what our government has created for us. And unfortunately, a few weeks ago, we did lose him. The hall around us is an icon in the building, and we're dedicating it. Giselle made this all happen and then allowed us to then turn around and dedicate it to Mr. Hansen's memory. And so thank you, Mr. Hansen. Thank you to all of you for joining us. And I'd like to turn this over to Mr. Chris Kubik.
Thank you, Dr. Cleric. Thank you all of you who are here, veterans, for your service. Next time we do this, we'll have Mayor McKinney speak first, so Representative Mason doesn't steal his words. Is that a deal? Yeah. Well, to borrow the immortal words of Abraham Lincoln, it is altogether fitting and proper that we do this, that we have a shrine dedicated to democratic values right here in our school. So our kids don't even have to leave the building to be reminded of the historic documents that have been at the foundation of this great nation. We'll have in-school field trips. Like Giselle said, students can see this just passing by and be reminded of the civic mission of the school and the civic mission of our students. We need these students. They're the future. They're the ones who are going to lead this country. We have to remind them how hard people have fought, what they've sacrificed for democracy. Schools play a major part in that. So on this beautiful dedication plaque here, you can see this is dedicated by the Exchange Club of the Zion area in memory of Bruce Hansen. And the sponsors include not only the Exchange Club, Zion Benton Township High School National Honor Society, that National Junior ROTC program here, the Post 7448 of the VFW in Winthrop Harbor, the Illinois Beach Sunrise Rotary Club, and the American Legion Zion Benton Post 865. All of those folks made this happen either through their finances or at some time physical labor. And they all made this happen. So I want to thank you. I do want to turn it over to Lou Molitor. This is a product of the Exchange Club and a service to the community of the Exchange Club, and he has words of the official dedication. Thank you.
My name is Lou Molitor, and I am president of the Zion Area Exchange Club, and also 2012-2013 national president of the organization. I've been in an Exchange Club for 35 years. I guess that means I'm old, but that's my dedication to not only Americanism, but our other projects. The Exchange Club is a national community service organization formed in 1911 and has grown to a network of 600 clubs and 16,000 members across the country. The Zion Area Exchange Club provides services to the communities of Zion, Winthrop Harbor, and Beach Park. Our national project is child abuse prevention, and each year we conduct child abuse prevention programs and events throughout many communities. The Exchange Club also has 3 other primary areas of service: service to youth, community service, and Americanism. The Freedom Shrine is a program under our Americanism pillar. The first Freedom Shrine was dedicated in 1950. It is a compilation of 30 of the most well-known documents and speeches in American history. The shrine includes plaques commemorating documents that include the Mayflower Compact, the Declaration of Independence, and the U.S. Constitution, and speeches that include Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, Kennedy's inaugural address, and Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech. Today, Freedom Shrines are found in thousands of schools, post offices, government buildings, and airports throughout the country, and in American outposts throughout the world. They are used by teachers, students, and other groups to study American history. Therefore, today, Friday, November 10th, 2023, the members of the Zion Area Exchange Club, through the generosity of the sponsors mentioned earlier, present and dedicate this Freedom Shrine not only to the faculty and students of the Zion Benton Township High School, but also to the citizens of Zion, Winthrop Harbor, and Beach Park, and all surrounding communities. God bless America. Thank you.
Before Giselle comes to close us out, I'd like to recognize Giselle for her outstanding work in making this happen. We also want to thank the production crew and photographers who are here. They're going to go downstairs and make this part of our larger program that will be in the Performing Arts Center momentarily. Thank you to the photographers and also to the maintenance staff, especially Eric, who was kind of a point person in getting this installed. It was a really quick turnaround. So thank you all. You all made this happen. This doesn't end here. There's a really cool thing that's going to happen because of Dr. K and Giselle. Check this out.
Okay. Thank you guys again for joining us. So me and Dr. K, we were speaking on Wednesday or yesterday, and the old Freedom Shrine that was here, she asked me if I had any suggestions, and I said that we should donate it to the library that's here at Zion Benton. So I'm gonna start emailing over there and let them know. So hopefully we can have that done by maybe next year, this year. So yeah. So thank you, and I hope to see you guys in the South Commons. There will be refreshments and then a larger Veterans Day program in the Public Center. Hope to see you guys there.